it's Sarah here, your Aussie Ajima, and welcome to my Squid Game video for Season 2. So sit back, relax and enjoy whilst I speak about what happened between my last video from Season 1 and what actually happened in Season 2. I'm also going to be joined by my good friend Honey, who will also give her answers to some questions that I have and her thoughts on Squid Game 1. Let's go! So in my first video, which I filmed a few years ago, I had some very specific things I mentioned about that I thought were going to happen in Season 2. So my first question was, is the front man and the old man, 001, actually related? The second point, does front man, so was he the winner of another game beforehand? Was he a contestant from a previous game? Did he win? And, you know, the third point was, did the front man end up going back for retribution and revenge and end up getting a job as front man? My fourth point was, in the second Squid Game, will the guards in pink end up being contestants and the contestants in green end up being guards? And my last and final point was, did frontman's brother, who was shot in Season 1, end up surviving because everyone thinks he's dead? I mentioned a big pillow, but as you'll soon see, So I also have Honey here as well, and she has her thoughts on Season 1. So Honey, what were your expectations from Season 1?
I did not have a lot of expectations from Season 1. The biggest one was probably, I thought that player 456 had like a lot of feelings at the end of Season 1, and he was going to go on some sort of vigilante mission, and as part of that he was going to die. So he was going to, get back at everyone that wronged him, but in the process was going to be killed himself. I did expect it to be a lot more gory. I expected it to have blood splattered all over the walls. And I did expect them to kind of really flip the script, and we would find out more about the guy with the black mask and his backstory, because they sort of hint at it in Season 1, but you don't actually get to dive deeper. So I thought maybe Season 2 would dive deeper into that.
So when I watched Season 2, my expectation and what actually happened were very, very different to what I thought. So the front man's brother did end up surviving, which was good. I don't know whether the pillow thing actually happened, but hey, there was a boat and that actually did happen. It didn't clarify whether the front man and the old man were related, and we still don't know whether the front man was the first winner or contestant. And even, question 3, I still don't know whether he went back for retribution and ended up with a job. So, as frontman, of course. One thing I did find interesting though, with the guards who were in pink ending up being contestants and vice versa, we see also that they have a job to do, and it is also highly confidential. And so they obviously have done it before. So I think a lot of the things that I thought of in Season 1 won't actually be revealed until Season 3. So Honey, was there something in Season 2 that you had already picked up or predicted from Season 1? Let me know your thoughts.
None of my predictions came true, which was very funny to me. I seriously thought player 456 was going to die. I thought that more than one person was going to win the game. I thought the brothers would reunite in this season, and they didn't. Oh, spoiler alert, I'm so sorry. But but those were my predictions, and they did not come true.
So the next question I have was something in Season 2 that was completely unexpected. And for me, it was the use of forks and cutlery in the actual food that were put in specifically to damage and hurt other people. Bit of a spoiler here, Vamos. So to be used as weapons on one another was a very unexpected thing for me, as was the boat driver, and yet there's something sus about him. But I'll speak to you more about that shortly. So what about you, honey? What was one unexpected thing that happened in season 2 that you weren't expecting?
So the most unexpected thing for me was what happened to Thanos. So I'm not going to say what happened because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. You really need to watch because it is like the sweetest moment. But yeah, what happened to Thanos and who did it to him really surprised me. Like, I had to pause and take a beat because I was just like, wow, okay, that happened. So yeah, that was my most unexpected thing.
And of course, my next question would be, who is my little favourite and who is my least favourite character? Now, if you joined Honey and I on our lives on TikTok for Squid Game Saturday, you would have seen that my least favourite character is Thanos, because he's just bad. I don't think there's enough room in this video to explain exactly how much I dislike Thanos and his susness. And you know why? He was just a shady character. But my favourite character, even though he's the bad guy, is always going to be Frontman. Why? Because he appears quite smart, very calculated, very intimidating, very intelligent, but he's just generally like other bad guys, and as you know me, I always like the bad guys. So that's my answer to that question. What about you, honey? What character did you dislike and like the most?
My favourite character, hands down, was, well, I have two, but I'm going to stick with my most favourite. Maybe we'll do two. But so I loved the little Ajima that came in to help her son get rid of his debt. I thought that was the cutest thing, and she just kept adopting all these little misfits, and she's like, oh yeah, come over, we'll have a big lunch after the game is over, and I'll feed everyone, and we'll do all these things. And she became like this adoptive mum, and it was so adorable. It was like a light spot in the whole thing. But then I don't think she realized that for her to leave and for someone to win, most people had to die. And I think when that realization hit her, that hit her really hard, and the poor thing, I just felt so sorry for her. But she was my favorite character. I feel like there was a lot to unpack there. My favorite character number 2, Junpei. I loved him. Oh my god, he is like the dopey best friend that everyone should have, like the loyal golden retriever best friend that will just follow. And like, I loved that him and player 456's friendship, like where they were just sniping at each other, and you could tell that they had been friends for years and years and years. I loved that. I thought that relationship was so cute, and he was just so strong and calm and supportive, and he was always like, don't worry, it'll be fine. And it just, yeah, I really enjoyed his character a lot. And my least favorite character, hands down, from day one, as soon as I saw the purple hair, Thanos, bye, nah. And I knew that he was evil because he was acting like a tweaker. And I'm like, oh my god, he is gonna either win or he is gonna be like the most spectacular douchebag. And yeah, spectacular douchebag. Even in the game with the doll where they play Red Rover, he was just pushing people to kill them. Like, come on, bro. It's day one. So yeah, I have zero feels about that man, except yay, he's died.
And the last question for today, everyone, this is the most important question of all. What are your predictions? What do you predict for season 3? After season 2 has finished, so to answer that question, I would definitely say we'll get more answers from the same questions that we had in season 1. I think that would be where the front man and the old man are related, or did the front man, was he the first contestant? All of the game, like, did he win the game originally and become front man? So I think we will get all those answers to those questions hopefully in season 3. I want to find out more about the guards and the contestants and why they were chosen for what they were doing. So one thing I saw in season 2 was that when they were playing the game in the subway with Gong-yu, I noticed that the people selected as contestants were the ones that picked blue, and the ones that picked the pink card, did they end up as guards? Because I don't recall seeing them in the game as contestants. So I want to know that. That's what I want to know from season 3, as well as all the questions that weren't answered in season 1.
I only have 3 predictions for season 3. So I think in this one, the brothers are finally gonna reunite. I'm very excited for this. I feel like it's gonna be a cataclysmic moment. But I do think the Shady Sea captain is gonna try and stop them. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he is so shady. And it's finally all gonna come out, and the cop is gonna have a go at him, and something's gonna happen, but in the end, the brothers will get together. And carrying on from my season 1 prediction that did not come true, I still think player 456 is gonna die. I'm very sorry, I love him, he's a great character, but I feel like the culmination to this needs to be that he either dies or goes to the dark side. But I feel like it's gonna be die, because he has really strong values. So we'll see what happens.
Wow, what amazing answers, honey. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and helping me delve through the amazing K-drama series, which is Squid Game. So if you haven't seen Squid Game yet, whether it be season 1 or season 2, then I highly suggest and recommend you head straight over to Netflix and have a watch. It is actually a very, very in-depth drama that has a very interesting and exhilarating storyline. You absolutely must go watch this. So thank you so much again, everyone, for joining and watching us today, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Don't forget to like this video, everyone, and to subscribe to my channel.